Good Saturday morning to you. First Alert meteorologist Isaac Williams here. It is a First Alert weather day this morning, and as we look outside across Midtown, you can kind of see why. Some raindrops on the camera lens. It's gray, it's gloomy. We have a flash flood warning in effect for parts of central Georgia. I'll take you there in just a second, but it is just kind of a nasty-ish start to the day. Even if it's not raining for your area, it is definitely a pretty troublesome weather day out there. This morning we are looking at First Alert radar as well, and we're going to continue to watch that closely. Megan here with me as well, and this is supposed to be my weather graphics, and it is, we may just need to take that full. Thank you. There we go. So here's the flash flood warning in effect right now. So it's 11:03. We have Henry County. We have portions of Newton County, Jasper, and Butts County. This goes until 3 o'clock this afternoon. So we have seen several areas of heavy rain so far this morning, and it continues to come down out there this morning as we approach the lunch hour. Here are the last 3 hours of rain amounts, and we've gotten anywhere from 2 to almost 4 inches of rain in the past few hours, and we have this continuing to come down in spots around here. So we're really kind of looking at the Jackson area in Butts County to see some of that heavier rainfall. And then you can see this kind of affecting portions of Troup and Meriwether counties, as well as Coweta County, seeing some heavier showers outside of Noonan this morning. And then this is also affecting Spalding County and kind of pushing into Pike and Upson and eventually Lamar counties down there as well. This is kind of where the rain is heaviest and kind of sitting stubbornly over the past several hours, and that's what's going to continue here going forward. Metro Atlanta, we have seen very light, misty, drizzly type rainfall, but nothing extremely heavy. We do have a few heavier showers over toward portions of Floyd County as well as Polk County in the west part of Georgia, kind of moving into northern Cleveland County. This is going to be kind of an unsettled weather day today where heavy rain is going to be likely at times throughout the course of Saturday. It's a reason the First Alert weather day is in place today. And again, we have that flash flood warning in effect for areas south and east of Metro Atlanta. If you live in McDonough, if you live in Jackson, near Covington and Newton County, the rain looks to continue here. And again, rain amounts are adding up. So again, that's something that we're going to be watching southeast of Metro Atlanta. The bigger picture, we kind of have this stubborn area of weak low pressure across the southeast that's bringing this repeated round of rainfall across north and central Georgia. To the north and west, notice a cold front moving through Illinois, Missouri, portions of Oklahoma, and that is going to move through the southeast tomorrow and bring us some big weather changes by next week. We are going to see drops in morning temperature and a huge drop-off in humidity. It's going to feel fantastic for most of next week. But for today, again, at least a 50% coverage of rain to heavy rain at times throughout the next few hours. We may hear a rumble or two mixed in by the time we get to this afternoon as well, but we're really not looking at big storm potential today, thanks to the fact that the cloud cover and the rainfall is very widespread, and we're just not going to warm up much. So while it is not going to be the best day to be outside necessarily, at least we won't be sweating too much today, and that the temperatures are going to be holding shy of 80 degrees most likely. Here's a look at 1 p.m. this afternoon. We do have quite a bit of rainfall out there. Again, notice it's from basically Atlanta south and east. We're going to continue to see spotty downpours and steady rain for the next several hours. If you have lunch plans today, absolutely pack that umbrella and raincoat. 6 p.m. this evening, we still have some lingering showers, but between 6 and 7 and 8 o'clock going into the evening, so if you have maybe a 7 or 8 o'clock dinner reservation tonight, a lot of the rain by then should be diminishing. I think the best chance of rain, at least in Metro Atlanta, is basically from about 1 o'clock today through the rest of the afternoon, and then by dinner time, things should be looking a little bit better. And then there's 10 p.m., and again, almost fully dry across the region. So again, a First Alert weather day does continue today for steady rain and downpours and possible flooding, especially if you live southeast of Metro Atlanta. We are drying out tonight. We're staying muggy with temperatures around 70 degrees. And then tomorrow, it's another First Alert weather day. A front passes through in the afternoon. We'll have some scattered storms. Of course, some of those could bring some heavy rainfall as well. And then we're going to see some big improvement next week. A big drop off in humidity. We might see a passing shower Tuesday or Friday of next week. But generally speaking, we should be partly to mostly sunny. The main difference is that we'll see those overnight lows drop into the 60s. Outside of metro Atlanta, we're likely to see several mornings of upper 50s, especially in the mountains. But even surrounding spots of metro Atlanta could see some mornings down in the upper 50s. So that's going to feel really, really nice going into next week with the unsettled weather finally coming to a close. Quickly to the tropics, we have an area of low pressure in the central Atlantic that has a near 100% chance of development over the next day or so. Where Hurricane Center expecting a tropical depression or storm to form. That is south and east of the island of Bermuda, and you can see that circle of red comes nowhere near the United States. So even though we just dealt with Hurricane Aaron kind of sideswiping the east coast of the U.S., and that's now a remnant low, no other big issues, but we may have another storm out there. And the next name on the list is Fernand. Farther south in that yellow circle, just some disorganized storms with just a 20% chance of development going forward. So again, we have first alert weather days today and tomorrow, and then we're going to see some much nicer weather next week. Don't forget, you can always download the First Alert Weather app. We'll be sending updates, additional warnings if they are needed from the National Weather Service. We'll be pushing those along as well. We also have news headlines. Megan Packer standing by with me this morning here on Atlanta News First Plus. And Megan, we've had some breaking news overnight, as well as some other news headlines, and we'll bring her in for the very latest.
All right, Isaac, thank you. Yeah, really busy night indeed. As we take another look outside right now, I'm really looking forward to that preview of fall. I think a lot of us are, Isaac. So thank you so much for bringing us up to speed on the forecast. But yeah, it's been a really busy night overnight. We've been on the scene of several different developing stories in the city of Atlanta, starting with this scene right here. This is on Evans Drive in Southwest Atlanta, where some people who rent a house were woken up to the sound of gunfire, but not only the sound of gunfire, but bullets hitting their house. Somebody shot up a house that has several rental units in it. We've since learned it's an Airbnb, and we spoke with a woman staying in one of those rental units. She says a man in another unit in that house was hit by a bullet, but is okay. She does not know why someone was firing at her house. She does not know what this is about, but she and her husband, who are from the coast of Georgia, here for work, really shaken up this morning. We're reaching out to Atlanta police about what the latest is on their investigation here. They have not shared any information at this point about where their investigation stands, but look at all of this. Dozens of evidence markers on the street. Again, this is Evans Drive in Southwest Atlanta. There's a store here across the street, as you can see. But again, the focus of the investigation is on a house that has, we understand, 3 rental units inside of it. That is an Airbnb. And again, we spoke with a woman who lives inside that house. There are bullet holes in the side of the house, in the windows, in her truck. It blew out one of their tires. And you can just imagine how terrifying that was to wake up to that this morning. So keep it with us throughout the day. And as we learn more about that investigation, we will definitely pass it along to you as Atlanta police work that. We were also on this scene overnight where first responders were out there helping pull someone from a car that went off the road. A person was taken to the hospital after the car went off the road on Joseph E. Boone Boulevard near Whitaker Circle. It was around 5 a.m. Authorities say the car landed about 20 feet down an embankment and the victim had to be pulled out. They did not share how that victim is doing or what led up to that crash. In Gwinnett County, Norcross police are investigating a domestic-related homicide. You can see there was also a GBI vehicle on that scene last night. We've learned that a man is charged with malice murder, again, in what they're calling a domestic-related homicide. Police have not identified the victim or the suspect who has been arrested, but this happened on Pine Oak Drive late last night. You can see it was a very active scene here. So police were there along with the Georgia Bureau of Investigation. They have called them in for their resources to help them work that case. And as we learn more, we'll definitely be sure to pass that along, including the identities of those involved. There has been a days-long water main break repair underway in DeKalb County, and this work is still going on. This is in Brookhaven, affecting hundreds of customers since Thursday. Crews are repairing a 30-inch pipe on Claremont Road right near Buford Highway. If you need water in this area, they are handing out bottles of water at the Kroger that's right there in front of where this work is being done. If you are familiar with this area, you know there's a shopping center right there with the Kroger, and this is almost right at that intersection of Claremont and Buford. DeKalb County just issued its first 10% water rate increase, by the way, to make repairs on aging infrastructure. We've told you that they were going to be implementing these 10% increases over the next several years. So DeKalb water customers just starting to pay more to help with aging infrastructure. This is just one example. We see a lot of these water main breaks. You know, we talk about this time and time again in DeKalb, but as of last check this morning, the crews are still out there working on that water main repair work. Turning to Midtown Atlanta now, where there are some plans to knock down an old nightclub that's been there since the 70s and make way for student housing. We are talking about the Cheetah Lounge on Spring Street. Developers want to take it down and build a mixed-use high-rise for college students. The plan is to house 1,600 students and then have retail space on the ground floor. This is right by Georgia Tech, and students have mixed feelings about the plan. Some were welcoming of this news. Others had some concerns about traffic. Others say, hey, there's already so many mixed-use developments in the area. But others say it sounds like a good plan and that it's needed. So definitely some mixed reactions that we're hearing from tech students in that area. Georgia Tech does need the space for more students. Last fall, it became the university with the highest enrollment in the state. So developers say phase 1 of this should be done by 2029. So that is what's to look forward to in Midtown Atlanta. Take you outside again as we look at Midtown. Speaking of which, just a dreary, gloomy day out there. It's just been so overcast. First alert weather day, as Isaac told us, today and tomorrow. So be sure to keep it with us all day long on Atlanta News First Plus. Also, our First Alert weather app and our Atlanta News First app. We will update that all day long. We have a crew here around the clock working on the very latest for you. So thank you so much for joining us on your Sunday morning. Come back and join our team later today as we continue to update you on what's making news in the weather department and also with news headlines here across Metro Atlanta. I'm Megan Packer. Have a great day.